Yo, back at you with another episode. It's official, like a referee with a whistle. Like, share the video, and subscribe if this is your first time being here. It's a Sunday afternoon on the East Coast. Yet, what's really going on? What's really going down out here? Yeah. What's really going down in this crazy and wacky world that we live in? Things are not what it seems on the surface. You know? Hey, man. Either you're going to learn the game, play the game, and eventually become the game. You know? Because at the end of the day, it's your life. And nobody else is going to care as much as you. Ever. Nobody else is going to care about your life as much as you. So if you don't like what's going on in your life, the good news is you can change it. That's the good news. That's the good news. The bad news is you can't, it's almost impossible, especially today, to change anything that's out of your power of control. That's the bad news. This is why I tend to focus on what I can control or make a difference. Things that are out of your control usually takes a long, long time to fix. Usually. But the things that's in your control, you can change that overnight. Sometimes within a week or two. That's why I focus on things that I have access to. It's me, I'm a practical thinking guy. Practical thinking guy. You know. I'm about that action. I'm not really a big talker. I don't like to talk a good game. I like to get in the game. So, that's how I get down. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Maybe you might not roll that way. You might not get down that way. You might be the type that you like to wait and see what everybody else is going to do before you make a decision or before you make a move. I'm not like that. I'm not even waiting to see what anybody else is doing because I got a pretty good idea what everybody else is going to do. Most people are going to do what everybody else is going to do. And I don't want to do that. I go the opposite direction. If everybody else is going right, I'm going left. If everybody else is jumping in, I'm going to wait a couple of minutes or a couple days. I'm afraid to do what everybody else is doing. I don't trust the crowd, the mob. I don't trust the crowd. I don't trust the masses of people. I don't trust what they say a lot of times. They want to fit in. I don't. I never cared to fit in. I just wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do and be left the hell alone in the process. Leave me the hell alone. I don't care what you're doing over there, but just leave me the hell alone over here. That was always, my problem that I had with other people. People always want to get into what I'm doing, and I don't care what they're doing, but they still want to find out what I'm doing. I'm like, why are you so concerned about what I'm doing? The hate is real, you know. And my dad told me years ago, rest in peace to him, that if you don't got no haters, you ain't doing enough. So I always kept that in mind. The haters will always show up. And maybe even the police. Somebody might call the police on you. But the haters, the people that call the cops, they're really haters. So they show up directly or indirectly. That's usually how that works. And then I had a guy told me a long time ago. He said, "All good will be attacked." And when he said it, I didn't really get what he was trying. I didn't really get where he was going with this. He said, "All good will be attacked." So he said, "Hey, in other words, regardless of what you do in life, especially if you go against the grain, especially if you stick out or try to be different, you're gonna always have people that's gonna say something negative or shame you or try to make you feel bad or get in a name calling." He said that's always gonna happen. That just comes with the territory. Nothing you can really do about that. That's almost a given. This is why I can almost predict what people are going to say and what they're going to do. Because most people, they're just common people. If you tell somebody that you're doing something or you're about to do something, they're going to try to talk you out of it. In most cases, they're going to say something negative. Oh, it ain't going to work. My uncle Bobby tried it, didn't work. My mom said it was a scam. My aunt said she spent a lot of money. They come up with all kind of reasons, but they never did it. That's the thing. Everybody else had their own version of what happened, but they never did it. But they want to talk you out of it. You want to know why? Because secretly, most people, they want you to do good. They just don't want you to do good as much as them. That's what a lot of times that's what that's about. They want you to do well, but don't do as well as me. Damn. Why it got to be like that? That's how most people are. They're not going to say that though. You have to. It's kind of like when you're talking to somebody and they'll say what they done or what they're doing, and then when it's your turn to talk, you say, "Hey, man, I'm trying to do something new as well. I'm trying this and that." They'll start talking slow, and you might not catch it. A lot of times, when they start talking slow, like they don't have nothing to say, a lot of times you kind of caught them off guard because your idea either it was better than theirs, or maybe they probably thought about doing it at one point, but they just never had the balls to do it. Whatever you're doing, and they're thinking you're going to succeed and supersede them. It's how a lot of people think like this. It's why they don't have very much to say. So those are the types of people that you have around you. You know, and everybody has people around them that's like this. They secretly they wish you well, but just don't do better than them. Damn, man. Yeah, smash the like button. Share the video. Yeah, a lot of people are like this. You know, now you might be thinking, man, this doesn't make any sense. Why would my friend, or even my wife, even my husband, even your mom, even your coworkers, people that you've known for a long time, why would they feel that way? Well, they feel that way because they're insecure about a lot of things. They never had the balls to pull the trigger. Because people get comfortable doing whatever they're doing. And they'll keep, man, I know people that's been doing the same shit for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Most people don't do anything different until they have to. That's how most people are. This is why I say you can almost predict what most people are gonna do. It's like something usually has to happen before somebody change or do something different. Look at these pandemic times. People are basically being forced to make some type of change that they never wanted to do in the first place. But they don't really have no choice now. That's how most people are. Most people are just common, average people, work their little job, and they're waiting until Friday comes every week. Thank God you see it on the internet. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. They waiting on Fridays every week. And they've been doing that shit for years. But if you tell them to get another job, because they hate their jobs too. That's another thing with a lot of people. They hate their jobs. You tell them to get another job, they won't leave, regardless of how bad it may be. Some of these people on these jobs getting used and abused, but they're not gonna quit that job, regardless of how bad it may be. Regardless of how much they complain, they ain't gonna quit. You know, it doesn't really make any sense to just logically speaking, doesn't make any sense. But it ain't about logic. It's really about how they feel. The fear, the fear runs deep in a lot of people. It takes balls to move from one place to the next. You leave in one state, going to the next, that takes balls. That's not something that people do every day. It takes balls to move from one country to the next country. It takes balls, man. It takes balls to leave a cushy job. Maybe you've been there for 5, 10 years, and then you get an opportunity to get another job. It takes balls. Some people will be like, man, I don't know, man. I've been here for 10 years, 15 years. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to start all over again. I don't know, man. It takes balls. It takes courage, balls, confidence. And see, when most people hit 40s, you can throw all that optimism and confidence and self-esteem out the window. That shit gone. For most people, that shit gone. They done got beat. By the time they hit 40, 45, most people are beaten down, bro. There's no more, it ain't too much left in the tank for most people. All that optimism and courage and confidence, oh, that's done. Yeah, they done got beat up. Damn. Yeah, most people, man, and by the time they done hit 40s, they picked up so much baggage. Shit. You don't know if they coming or going. That's usually how that go, man. And then if that's going to linger into their social life as well. If she's a woman that's say 40, 45, she ain't getting them looks from them. She ain't getting attention from them guys like that in the 40s. The pickings are slim for her. If she's a woman, she know that. She might act like she got it like that at 45. She ain't got it like that. The pickings are slim. Every guy that comes around her, 9 times out of 10, he gonna hit and leave. Cause he gonna look at it like she's an old bat. Man, shit, that pussy wore out. I ain't spending no time around that. I mean, you go inside her, you fall in that mother. Like most dudes think like this, and a lot of times it's true. She is wore out. So most guys, they gonna hit it and they're out of there. 45-year-old, 50-year-old chick. Heck with that, right? If it's a guy that's 45, he done got beat up too. He might have to start over mentally, like kind of like start all over from scratch. He might have to really go deep inside and understand why he went through what he went through, rather in almost every aspect of his life too. It could be a job, it could be past relationships, it could be family, it could be anything, man. And he's gonna have to like brainwash himself from that point on if he wants things to get better for the remaining time of his life. Otherwise, he gonna just be on that goddamn hamster wheel. That's usually how that's gonna go. But the good news is, as a 45-year-old guy, The world is your oyster. You got the young girls, you got the older women if you want them. Shit, I don't recommend that, but I'm just saying. You still got a chances to get your finances together if you haven't got that together, but it's just a smaller window. You know what I'm saying? Because see, the older you get, we tend to get set in our ways, and it's harder for us to learn new shit. But you still have the opportunity to do it because you learn. Hopefully, you learn from your past mistakes, and that's cool. So it's a totally different ball game for the 45-year-old woman versus the 45-year-old man. The world is your oyster if you're a 45-year-old man. If you learn from your mistakes and you move forward. It's hard, but it's fair. My dad used to tell me that. And Gucci Dan in the house. You're right about the job situation. My mall cop's job sucks. I need to make sure I make the smart move when looking for another job. Most of the time, it's a big risk. It's always going to be a risk. Everything's a risk. Shit, you might not wake up in the morning. Going to sleep at night is a damn risk. That's it. It's not guaranteed, man, in this life we live. The only guarantees is that you're going to die one day. That's it. Don't let nobody tell you something guaranteed. Nothing guaranteed except you're going to die. That's it. So if you go to sleep tonight, you might not wake up in the morning. And that's how that is. Once you get that responsibility of a family is when people really lose the will to try. Yeah, a lot of people like that. I think a lot of times, a lot of people take on too much responsibility too fast once they get married and they get overwhelmed and they out of balance. And some guys never recover from that shit. That's usually what happens. And a lot of times they don't have enough money coming in the first place. And they get stuck on that damn hamster wheel. And then they don't really have enough time to think about how to get off that damn hamster wheel. Because they overwork, you stress, and on and on and on, man. Hopefully I'll make the jump soon. I just don't want to make a bad mistake and be at a job that is really bad. Most of these jobs are the same, Marcus. Really. Yeah, there's some worse than others, but most jobs it's the same bullshit. For the most part. Most jobs are the same. The more you get spent, the more money you get paid on these jobs, you're gonna have to deal with more bullshit. And that's a fact. Go to sleep and wake up dead. Hey, that shit happens, man. Smash the like button. And yes, by the way, hey, don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast on iTunes. Yeah, people go to sleep, man, and don't wake up sometimes. That shit happens. Yeah, man, you gotta, especially when you get older. When you get older, people start passing the fuck away, boy. That's been my experience. Every 90 days, somebody calls me and be like, hey, you heard such and such passed away? I said, damn. They falling like flies, boy. And that shit does something to you, man. You become like numb. That shit becomes normal. And it shouldn't be that way. And that tells me that I don't have a lot of time left to bullshit. I got to be focused, laser focused, psychotic focus. So it's no days off. No days off. Now I take a break, yeah, but I don't got no days off. I don't have no day where I'm chilling with my damn feet up on the chair. Fuck no. I'm reading something. Yeah, this is what I'm reading right now. This is what I'm reading right now. Hey, I got to get it. I got to stop listening to these fools on YouTube. These fools on YouTube. I had to stop listening to these fools. I'd rather go read something that make much more sense. These bunch of blabbermouth niggas on YouTube. No. I'm better off reading for myself. Now, calling somebody, hey, that's cool, talking to somebody on the phone. But listening to these fools on YouTube, the more I listen to them few fools on YouTube, the more I got confused. So I caught on after a while. I said, wait, maybe I'll just go read it by my damn self. Shit. I'm telling you, these are the most blabbermouth fools on YouTube ever. It's some of the most worst advice ever for a new person learning something new. God. It's best for you to talk to somebody that's been there and done that. You know, but these bunch of blabbermouth niggas. Oh my God. Woo. Hey man. You're right. People and friends passing away makes you think about life real quick. Need to make big moves fast. Life is too short. You damn right it is. What's the worst is that waking up in the morning and not realizing you're dead. I heard from a wise elder that some people don't even know they are dead after they pass away until after some time. Yeah, that's true. I think it's like when some people go in a coma. I think it's like that. You know, they don't really know what's going on. But I think I met a guy that came out of a coma one time, and he told me he knew he was in a coma. He could open his eyes sometimes, but he didn't know he couldn't respond. He couldn't he he could barely move. So I think there's some truth to that. I met a guy that was like that. So he said he didn't really know if he was going to live or die or not. He just knew that he couldn't move and he couldn't respond. So it's crazy, man. I know my mom was like that. She fell in a coma, and she could open her eyes when I was. If you talked to her, she would open her eyes and everything. But and she would respond by tighten her hand. She would squeeze your hand or something like that. But that was it. You know. So yeah, I think there's some truth to that. You know. Yeah, man. There's nothing guaranteed out here, bro. And you gotta live your life, bro, like it's the last day, because you just never know, bro. It's like when you wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, man, I get a chance to give it another try today. I get a chance to see another day, man. I get a chance to see another day. That's how I look at it. I get a chance to see another day, bro. A lot of people, they go to sleep. That's it. They don't wake up in the morning. They're gone. You know, that shit happens all the time too. That shit happens to people all the time. I know. I knew a girl in Atlanta. She lived by herself. This happened 2019. She lived by herself in an apartment, and they found her on a couch dead in her apartment. And this is after uh about a week. I think about a week. Maybe almost a week. I think because they were calling her. I think based on what was said, she passed out probably that weekend, and she never reported for work. So they was calling her Monday to come into work, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. One of her coworkers went to her apartment, and the door was locked, and they called 911 to have the fire department come take the door down. And of course, the manager has to get involved in situations like that. And she told the manager she'll pay for any damages or whatever. So when they went in there, she was on the couch, dead, just like that. So she was there on the couch for what? 6 days, based on what they said. And she was like 37, single, no kids. She ain't had no family here. And that was it. That was it, bro. Shit. That's how I look at trading. Every day may be the day for a big one. Yeah. That's how that shit usually go down, bro. When it comes to anything. You just gotta keep trying. Keep swinging. Even when you get tired, you be like, damn. Even when you don't see no way out, or no things not going your way. Sometimes, man, you just gotta try. Keep going, bro. Even when nobody believes in you, keep going. Most people ain't gonna believe in your ass anyway. They don't even believe in themselves, so they ain't gonna believe in you. So just keep going. You in charge of your life. That's just reality. Nobody else is. Most people, they don't believe themselves. So they ain't gonna believe in you. They don't like they don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. So most people have a whole bunch of shit going on psychologically, So, hey, man, the only person you have to convince is you. And that's it. You the HNIC. Deuces, baby. Hey, that's how you do it. Do I believe in afterlife? I don't know, man. I'm not saying that it don't exist, but I don't know what happens. I don't know. You know, I think some people do come back though. Um, because you ever met somebody for the first time and it seems like you met them before, but you never met them before? So I don't know, man. It might be something to that. I don't know. Now I understand people vibe on the same you know, energy or whatever. I understand all that, but now I'm talking this next level here. I'm talking about you meet somebody and they know what you thinking and you know what they thinking. You don't have to explain anything. That's what I'm talking about. That's something else there. That's something else. I don't meet people like that all the time, but every I don't know, 5-10 years, I'll meet somebody like that. So there's something to that. I don't know what to call it, but it's something going on when it comes to that. I think it's something that we don't necessarily understand to a full extent. He said spirits and souls of people that die a violent death get caught in this physical realm, watching others live their lives, and some of these disembodied spirits try to walk into possess the living. Maybe so. you know, maybe so, man. I look at the Colonel Sanders life story. He kept trying and trying, and he was 60 and still trying until he finally made it. Yeah, you can't ever give up. That's what my parents told me. I was raised that way. They said never. They said it's easy to give up. Giving up is the easiest thing. Never give up. Never give up. Never. Doesn't matter what it is. Even if you have to go back and reassess things and make some changes and go at it again. Never give up though. See, this is my mindset. I'm not going to give up. So I know most people are going to give up though. It doesn't matter what it is. But most people are going to give up. See, I know regardless of what I get involved in, you got to get past the lies and the smoke before you get to the truth. I know this. It doesn't matter what environment I'm in. If you can make it past the smoke, past the lies, past the trash, you'll be all right. See, most people can't get past the smoke. They'll give up way before that. It's too hard, man. I ain't got time. So most people are mediocre, bro. They're just average people. And the truth is, we don't celebrate average people. We don't talk about average people. Who do we talk about? We talk about people that had impact, made a difference. Think about all the people that you don't like. You talk about it. You talk. Hey, let's take Trump for example. You might not like Trump, but you talk about him, right? We go to the Trump route. We talk about him though. You talk about him. You don't like him. Whatever. So let's take DMX. You like DMX. You talk about DMX. These people are not average. That's the point I'm trying to make. Whether you like them or dislike them, they're not average people. It ain't a bunch of DMXs around here. It ain't a bunch of Trumps walking around here. It ain't like that. Average people, we don't talk about them. We forget about them when they die. Hell, we don't even talk about them when they're living. Shit. That's the truth, man. Hey, the truth hurts sometimes. I believe some people say goodbye to you before they die. My cousin called me out of the blue talking about when we were kids. The next day he died of a massive heart attack. Damn. Yeah, I've heard stories like that too. Salute, JB, on the $10. To me, that last phone call was like his way of saying bye. Probably so. I've heard stories like that before, where somebody was talking to somebody about they basically gave up. It's like they had that defeated mentality. How they going through so much, they tired and this and that. And a couple days later, the person died. I've heard stories like that. You know, it happens, man. He was 35. Yeah, man, age ain't got nothing to do with it. I had a brother, man, that committed suicide. And he was what? 32 when he did that shit. He committed suicide. And I looked up to him, man. To me, man, he had the perfect life. I mean, what he had the money and the cars and the girls. He was an artist, a mechanic, a barber. I didn't understand. Shit. I still don't understand to this day why he did that shit. I don't get it, bro. I don't understand. Nobody understood why he did that shit. I don't know. You know, I looked up to him, man. But I don't know. People have their own, I guess, demons inside. I guess, man. I don't know, man. But when he died, I was 13, and yeah, I was like, I took that hard, man. You know, and ever since he was like the first person to die. Yeah, he was the first person to die. And then my grandfather died 4 years later. And then my uncle died. Then my aunt died. Shit. People started falling like flies, bro. Since I've been 13 years old. I done lost a lot of people, bro, over the past 30 years, man. And it happens all of a sudden, too. You know? I mean, I had like a girl that I used to talk to in Charlotte from time to time. We never really hooked up, but we used to go to class together. We took classes together at ECPI, and we exchanged phone numbers. We used to call each other from time to time, but we never made time to really spend time with each other. And one day, man, somebody called me and said, "Hey, she had a car accident and she hit a light pole on the high off the highway. I think this downtown Charlotte, and she died instantly." And I'm like, God damn, we didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance to get to know each other. We didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance to fuck. God damn. And I like that girl. She was cool as hell. Damn, man. And ever since that time, I'm laughing, but this is real shit. Ever since that time, whatever I had to say to anybody, I say it, regardless of how it might come out wrong, but because I don't know if I'm going to see them again. If I go visit somebody, I don't necessarily know if I'm going to see them again. So whatever I have to say, I say it. I don't get into that, that mode where, some people will be like, oh, I don't want to say it because I don't want to blow it. Look, man, you might not get another chance, bro. If it comes out wrong, just explain what you're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's crazy, man. This life is crazy. Lots of sisters are now feeling the black men going their way. They starting to turn on one another, blaming the older black women for not teaching them right. Well, okay. It's getting ugly and sad with them. My grandmother passed away, my mother and father passed away. Yeah, me too. My grandparents and my parents all passed away on both sides. I have no parents or grandparents, living at this point. 3 weeks ago, after we graduated from high school, a classmate got shot in the head and died trying to break up a fight at a party. Yeah, man, it's like you gotta man make even when things don't go your way, man, you gotta make the best of it, man. You know, that's you know, that's how it is, bro. It's like and most people um there's no need to tell people how much you hate your job or how much you hate where you live at or whatever. Because people they have their own problems. People don't really care very much about what you got going on. Yeah, they really care about what they got going on, which they're not doing very much of anything anyway. But don't tell them that. It's like when somebody tells you hey, they're busy. What the hell you busy doing? You ain't busy doing a damn thing. Eating, looking at television, and going to the mall, and going to the restaurant, going to the bar, and all this nonsense. You ain't not busy doing nothing. Or running behind some man, or running behind a woman, or you might be a woman running behind another woman. We live in a different time today. It happens. The grandfather passed away before you was born. Me too. My grandfather passed away before I was born on my dad's side. I never met him. The only grandfather I had was on my that I ever met anyway, that I knew was on my mom's side. The grandfather on my dad's side, he was a high roller. He got lynched by the Klan. That's what happened with that. Him and all his buddies got lynched. So that's why I never met him. Of course, I seen pictures of him. You know, I realized that a lot of who I am is an extension of who he was, even though I never met him before. Because I seen a lot of the pictures that they have of him, and I've talked to people that knew him, because there's people that I know that knew him. No audio. Can you hear? Can anybody hear me? He said no audio. It looks like that's your phone. Shit. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's his phone. Shit. Yeah, I know guys that knew my grandfather. They're still living to this day. And based on what they said of him and who he was, I realized that I'm more like him without me even knowing him. That which is crazy. What up, DMR? Oh, what's the number? You want to call up? Oh, here's the number. Yeah, 800-315-8203. So yeah, it's like it's funny sometimes how things work out like that. Well, he was a high roller and he got lynched. That's how it was back in the day, man. In the South, especially in South Carolina. That's how it was, bro. He left the house and never came back. Shit. You.
Hey, what's up, Sharp? Yo, man, what's going on, man? It's me. Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, you need to mute your screen. Oh, I can hear you now.
Hey, yo, what's the topic, man, tonight? What's the topic?
Well, we're just talking shit, really, man. Ain't really nothing specific.
Talking shit.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I got a flight, man. I'm gonna fly out in January, man. DR, man.
January?
Yeah, man. Yeah, January.
Man, that's a long time, bro.
Yo, I'm broke. Why? Because my job said I can only be on my vacation, right in December. So I gotta be for my vacation in December.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Know what I'm saying?
Got you. Are you gonna take a week or what?
Yeah, man.
What part you going? Man. You know what part you going?
Central New York.
Oh yeah, I heard that's a pretty good, nice area to go to. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, I want to talk to you, man, about something. It's this chick, man, on my job. This girl is aggressive as hell, right? And it's like the chick is real aggressive. And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to be calm with this girl, man. She's coming on to me like she want to rumble. I'm like, yo, stop that. Well, I think that the girl likes me though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, man, throw me down this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm finding, man, there's a lot of black chicks in the United States that's they less feminine and more masculine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out why is that.
What do you mean why is that?
I don't know why, sure. You tell me why these guys.
Bro, the media, her mama, maybe her mom wasn't shit.
Right.
And maybe the people, and you gotta look who she hanging around, and they're looking at the television. You know that a lot of that has a lot to do with it. And maybe she might have some daddy issues. Who knows? Yeah. The reason. Go ahead. The reason why most of these women act the way they do because of her mama.
Hey, man, look, I've been running into all these chicks, man. It's crazy. It's like the last 4 black chicks I ran into me all mass.
Yeah, and they, you know, they think that if they got that job, they think that's like the shit. Yeah, they think the job is like, oh boy, they love that job, boy. Oh man. That job means the job is everything to most of these women. Yeah.
I love like black women, man, but I'm like, yo, these balls, man. I'm like, yo, I don't know, man. It's like shit.
You gotta.
It's like the majority of black, huh?
Most, I'm gonna say, good 50%. Just women across the board. It ain't just black women. Shit, white women ain't no better. Shit, no. They worse. They're worse, bro. They ain't no better. The only difference is they're good at hiding a lot of the shit that they think and feel. Yeah, if you stay around Becky long enough, she'll start calling you out. After a while, she'll be looking at you like, nigga, what you saying? What's the what?
What's the next? Like,
there ain't no alternative in America, no, for a woman, no. What it is, you're gonna have, if you're gonna be around a woman that's masculine, you're gonna have to be more masculine than she is. That's how that is. That's how that is.
I'm saying this, right? Alternative means who else can we go to get to? I mean, it's a shit. Look, man, look. I love like black women. I ain't gonna lie. I love my sisters. But it's like, man, it's just hard, man. You know what I mean?
Well, it's hard for us more than anybody else because, that's because we don't get the benefit of the doubt. It's like everybody is against us. Everybody have been trained to dislike us. So, even that, we're fighting up against that by itself before you even get to socially meeting women. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, you have to explore, explore your options. A lot of times you probably gotta travel around, meet people, you know. You gotta go where I always say this, go where you're not tolerated. You know. Yeah, I mean, there's you can meet some women here in America, but it's not gonna be easy. You have to be uh one of those the top guys at this point. Yeah. See, women. You can meet women, but women want the top guys. They want the guy, the cream of the crop. Now, if you're, it's really how she sees you. If she sees you as one of the top guys or the best she can get, then she'll be very submissive to you. Then, that's how that works. You know that, but here in America, that's usually how that go. Now, if you meet a woman, God damn, you
Hey, Sharp.
where you cut out at?
Yeah, man. My fault, man. Yeah, my fault.
All right. What I was saying is you can meet a woman here in America, but you have to realize that most women like meeting the guy that's on the top of the pyramid, the cream of the crop, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And if the woman feels like you're the best she can do, she'll be submissive to you then. But if the opposite is the case, or she ain't sure, or that's where the combativeness comes in at, and being masculine comes in at. Because trust and believe, some of these women, they can be as masculine as she can be, but when she go to that damn job, or when she meet the right guy, she get in line. So that's how that go. When these women go to that job, shit, they on their P's and Q's, bro. You know. So
why? But I'm saying why? Is it because that they fear the folks that's at the job, or what's
well, they've been trained to be that way. They've been trained to be that way.
That's crazy as shit.
It is. Yeah. See, in America, you have to damn near force a bitch to be submissive to you. She has to have a reason to be submissive to you. Right? Now, you can have a woman that comes from another country over here, and she'll start acting like that too. Because it's just the environment that influences how people behave, right? But if you can take that same woman, y'all go back where she came from, move where she came from, oh, she's a totally different person now. Because the environment doesn't support that way of acting, behaving.
Right. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That's how it is, bro. And see, these other women from these other countries, they give the man a benefit of the doubt just because he's the man. And a lot of times ain't got nothing to do with no money.
But sure, they be fucking them women up over there, bro.
Where?
The East Indian dudes, man, they smacking shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Check this out. They beat the bitch up, light the bitch on fire. But check this out. But check this out. Yeah. Indian women still fuck with them.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
But see, over here, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let you talk. Over here, when it comes to us, there's this perception that we have to be have high standards than everybody else. That's the thing. High standards only apply to us, black men.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy shit, man.
High standards only apply to us. High standards don't apply to them guys getting high and using meth.
We inherit all the bullshit. We inherit the police, genocide. We inherit all the shit that's coming. But the people that's vicious, they get all the love and shit.
Yeah, because they set us up to fail.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And check this out. Don't waste your time trying to explain this to people who you encounter. You're wasting your time.
Oh, no, right. No.
You're wasting the damn time. I tried that years ago. That don't work. That shit go on one ear right out the other. You know? So they set up, we've been set up to fail. This is what we fighting against, basically. You know? Now, if you go someplace else, of course it's going to be much less bullshit. Of course.
Right.
You know, and I'm not saying you shouldn't go. You should go other places. You should meet other people. You should explore your options. I ain't like these other dudes, crazy, thinking you should stay here and take the abuse. These dudes crazy, man. I mean, like, I've been traveling over half of my life. So why would I say all of a sudden, oh, you shouldn't go nowhere? Traveling is for tricks. I'm like, what?
Yo, it's a few guys, man, that be saying that shit. I'm like, yo, you really want folks to stay here if they have the means to travel? You really want cats to stay here? Really? You know what I'm saying? And I think that, Sharp, why they say that is because they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's always gonna be. It's always gonna be some type of, hating ass dudes, or
I'll tell you what. God willing, January, I'm out of this for 6 days. I'm out this piece, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good, man.
I'm out this piece.
Live your life, bro.
You know what I mean?
Live your life.
Yeah, brother. Yo, man. Yeah. I just wanted to speak, man, right to you, man. You know what I'm saying, brother?
All right, thanks for calling.
All right, sure.
Peace.
All right, bro. All right, peace.
Most females put on a mask in society. Behind closed doors, they reveal who they really are. They have a PhD. I have completely given up on all so-called American women. I'm seriously and completely done. I love my sisters, however, I don't have the same love for me, and they don't even love themselves. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of people don't like. There's a lot of people don't want to be black. A lot of people don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. So there's a lot of truth to what you said, but you should not give up. Never give up. Never give up. I don't believe in giving up. Giving up is not in my that's not an option for me. Never give up. Don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? You need to change your way of thinking. Never give up. How can you allow themselves to be trained by our killers? Well, we have to go to people go to school. You go to school. So, most people can't homeschool their kids. So that's how that goes. mean, some people. Well, you have more and more people that are homeschooling their kids now, but when I was growing up, I don't think I knew anybody that homeschooled their kids when I was growing up. I don't think I know. I don't remember anybody that said they were homeschooling their kids when I was growing up. You know, maybe they was, but I didn't. I can't remember anybody. So it just a lot of that has to do the education. You know how you educate the kids has a lot to do with that. You know, these schools are, you know, they condition kids at a young age. These schools are like prisons, basically. That don't sound good, but that's really the truth. I mean, look at these schools. They look like prisons. If you look at these schools, some of these schools real good, you be like, yeah, they look like a prison. You know? All right, Marcus, hold it down. Deuces. You know? But hey, I'm not gonna be on there too much longer, man. You know. I'm not gonna be on there too much longer. You know. Yeah, yeah, hit the Snapchat. You know, not gonna be on too much longer, man. And PS, by the way, go to you.
Yeah, sure. I know you just said these schools are like prisons, sir.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I think they're a science experiment because to me, I think they take unqualified teachers to see how far they can have them not teach their kids.
Yeah.
Because I've seen kids when I was growing up, I used to volunteer at school. Plus, when I went to school, I've seen students more educated than the teachers, meaning they traveled and they had more of an educational background. A lot of times, it's like they're just putting teachers into a classroom just to see the result of how far an uneducated teacher can teach. And then they kind of put them into a spot. Well, they'll never move up. They'll stay in that one level, like a remedial math. And like you said with the sisters, they love that job. They'll curse you out. They think they done made it because they got this nice cushy job, but they don't realize they were pick and choose to stay in that spot and never move up.
Yep. Yeah. So, well, prison is an experiment. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we both saying the same thing, really.
Yeah, thank you. So let me ask you this real quick because you're about to go. Do you think also you were in the Navy? I never was, but I met a guy who was in the Navy for 20 years.
Yeah.
He said it was almost like on an aircraft carrier. They were doing science experiments. Different cultures, different jobs, different people. It's like a city on water.
Yep.
But he said it was almost like they were conducting experiments to see different reactions or different results from people. Would you say that's true? Because I've never done it, Navy.
I said at certain points, yeah, that's true. Didn't happen all the time, but at certain points, yeah, I kind of picked up on it. But the thing is, a lot of times when you're in it, you don't really have time to think. But once you get away from it, you be like, "Oh, what's up with that? What was that about?" I was kind of, that. Why did he say this? Why did he say that? You know. So yeah, there's some truth to what he said, no doubt about it.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking my call, Sharp. You have a good night.
All right, peace. And how can black women in America pretend to only be qualified for so-called top notch when they have been screwing thugs, pimps, pookies, and raiders for years getting pregnant? Well, I don't know. You're gonna have to ask them. I don't know. Pretending uh is a part of the status quo in this society. That's what I would say about that. Pretending and bait and switch, that's a part of the status quo. So I think a lot of women get conditioned to be that way, and they'll justify why they had to do it every time, So hey, like, share the video. And another last thing, if you ever gotten any of my books, I would appreciate it if you left me a review on Amazon. So any of my books that you ever got, I would appreciate it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link in here real quick. I'll make it easy. So if you ever got any of my books, at any point in time, um, you can leave me a review. Yeah, let me see. Get the link here. Shit, where is the link? It's let's see, where is it? Okay. Let me drop this in here real quick. Okay, so here, that's the link to all my books on Amazon. And if you need any more help, go to SharpGameAtl. That's SharpGameAtl. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.